1, 2, 3, rev up your engine!
It's time for the Scotty Kilmer channel. Today I'm going to show you why you need to change the oil in your car. Because listen what happened to this Toyota. Now I had to push this Toyota in front of my house because it died down the street. I checked the oil and it was completely full, but I noticed something. Not only was the oil extremely dirty, it was extremely thin. It felt like water. Here's some of the old stuff that I took out. I changed it and I put in some heavyweight 40-weight oil just to see if I could get it running, because it wasn't even running. So when I changed the oil, I put in this 40-weight racing oil, which is thicker. If there's engine parts that are worn, the thickness can at least try to compensate for some of their wear, and maybe I can get the car running at least. Now in this case, I got it running, but just listen. And no, this isn't a diesel engine. This is a gasoline engine. You can hear the rods knocking. Now when I hook up my scan tool, it says P0301, cylinder 1 misfire detected. Now just by listening to the engine, I can hear the rods knocking, so I know the engine's destroyed inside. But in this case, the number 1 cylinder is shot the most because it's showing the fastest misfire. And what happened in this case is, the oil was so old and so dirty, it got so thin that it couldn't hold oil pressure anymore. So the oil pump couldn't pump the oil all through the engine to lubricate it, and the oil was so thin, it did a lousy job lubricating it, and the engine just started to come apart. And even though this Toyota's old and got 178,000 miles on it, it didn't even burn any of that crappy oil. It stayed in the engine, but it got so bad, it just ended up destroying the internals of the engine. And in this case, so much damage would have been done inside the engine, it's stupid to try to fix it. If the customer wants to fix it, heck, I'll look for one of those used engines from Japan to put in. Now, I know people are always arguing with me about how long to go between oil changes, but if you're using conventional oil, I personally change my own engine oil every 3,000 miles. So you can push it to 5,000 miles if you want. But if you're one of those people that knows you're not going to change it as often, you can use a full synthetic oil. And you can often change those every 7 to 10,000 miles, but you still got to change them twice a year. So if you don't drive that many miles, you're wasting your money buying synthetic oil. And I know there's some naysayers out there that say, "Oh, Scotty, you're an old man, you know what you're talking about. Modern oils can last much longer." Well, just check out the warranties on your engine. And sure, if you don't change your oil enough on a brand new car, the wear takes a long time. And by the time the warranty is out, if the engine goes out, hey, you're not going to get any recourse other than having to put another engine in the car if you didn't change the oil enough. Because dirty oil does bad things to your engine. You want to keep it clean. And remember, if your car has any problems, just visit the Scotty Kilmer channel. Before it's too late.